I haven't posted on YouTube or Instagram in such a long time, and most people just think that I disappeared, but that's not what really happened. The reality is I walked away from an 8-figure coaching business, and a lot of you probably think I'm absolutely crazy to do such a thing. You know, I was generating so much money, helping people, doing what I love and coaching, but I walked away for good reasons. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about the brutal lessons that led me to making that decision. If you don't know who I am, my name is KT. I've been teaching people how to sell on Amazon, online arbitrage, wholesale for over 3 years now at this point. I've generated over 8 figures in revenue running my wholesale business on Amazon, and I've generated over 8 figures in revenue teaching people how to do the same exact thing. And I didn't wake up one day and just think, let me build an 8-figure coaching business. I never had that thought. It started off as just documenting my journey online while I'm in DC in my warehouse, just trying to grow my wholesale business to get to those 200, 300, 400K months running the business. And I was talking to a lot of people online, showing my shipments, showing what I'm doing product research, showing my profits for the week, for the month, all of that, and just talking with other people who are running Amazon businesses. And it started to attract a lot of attention on Twitter, on Instagram, and a lot of people started to ask, hey, can you help me out? And before I knew it, I had 500 plus people in my DM asking for help. And that's when I decided I'm gonna launch a coaching program. And I love teaching, so it paired very, very well, as I love to inspire, I love to teach. It's just a passion that I have. It felt amazing. I thought I was doing God's work. This is my mission, my legacy. This is everything I wanted, but it all changed. But here's the truth. If you're teaching people how to win in the business model that you're currently doing, there's a cost if you don't do it correctly. If your main business isn't dialed in and you don't have a team that's operating for you, doing daily tasks and handling that, managing it, you don't have someone or a team that is envisioning and also helping the company grow, you're done for. Like, you're trying to operate and help other people with their businesses, but then your business does not have anyone that's pushing it further. You're probably spending 20% of your time on it, like I was. And that was my issue as my business started to drop. But then it got worse. Some of my students started to use the same exact suppliers that I was using, selling the same products that I was using, essentially taking buy box share, taking sales that I was formerly getting, and now it's being split between me, my students, and some other random people that are coming on the listings. And that also decreased my sales. So adding that plus less focus really is the recipe for disaster if you really care about your business. And don't get it twisted, I was very proud of them, and I love seeing people win, especially my students. I have a lot of love and a lot of passion for it, but the business that I had built was starting to die. And for most people who sell coaching programs, they don't really care. Like, I see a trend in the space where if someone is doing their main business and then they start doing their coaching, and their coaching usually starts to do more sales and more profit than the main business, and they just transition. And as for me, my biggest moat and one of my favorite things was that I actually ran the business and I was growing it alongside my students. So when that started to slow down, my motivation and inspiration and passion for teaching it started to drop. So overall, I was still making a good amount of money, but I decided to walk away. Most people think walking away means failure, but in my situation, that was one of the smartest decisions that I've ever made. I kept all my Instagram reels going, I kept all my ads going, but behind the scenes, I was building a whole new e-commerce brand that I wanted to turn into an empire. And just a few months into that, I was able to get to $1 million a month in revenue on my new brand. The funny thing about the brand is that I actually started it based off a situation where I lost money selling a certain brand while I was doing Amazon wholesale, and I decided to come in, do my own thing, like a new version of it, and make it a new revamped product. And that is actually how it started, but I'll talk about that in a few later videos. But I knew if I really wanted to take it to that next level of growth, of operation, execution, and doing all of that as fast as humanly possible, because as we know, and if you don't, speed is key. You got to be fast with everything you do. I had to make a decision to fully step away. And ever since then, the business has grown 3 times from where it was. So my main message here is that adding more of something doesn't always help. Maybe you need to cut back on a certain business or some activity that isn't contributing too much to your own passion and your fuel and the fire in you. And cutting back can actually make a huge change in what you're actually trying to accomplish, whether that may be the business you've been putting off or something where you're not 100% locked in, or you think you're 100% locked in, but you're actually not. Focus really is everything. And until you're at the top of the game and you have a whole team built out that can help help you operate, that can grow without you. There's no reason to get shiny object syndrome or look elsewhere or get jealous of other people's businesses when the business that you have in front of you, the opportunity that you're working on or about to work on, has potential to grow if you put enough focus behind it. I dialed in hard on what I was working on, full focus. I have Amazon running, I have TikTok running, I have Shopify running, I have my whole warehouse team dialed in. I grew to a warehouse that is almost 7,000 square feet compared to my last one when I was doing wholesale that was 3,000 square feet. I built a team that operates without me in it, and I'm working on building a team that grows the business without me there. And I'll talk about that more on later videos when I actually get there. So yeah, I went quiet for a little bit. I disappeared, but I actually was not gone. I decided to just build something bigger than myself, bigger than anything I ever imagined. And on the next video, I'm gonna be showing receipts. Did I actually make $10 million selling on Amazon doing wholesale and online arbitrage? Let's find out on the next one. All of these videos are gonna be in chronological order, so this is gonna be good. Make sure you comment if you have any questions. I'll be in there answering. Don't forget to like and subscribe.